Hello, welcome back to Mirror Interpretation Todorova. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ioana and I am an interpreter with Bulgarian, Italian, and Russian and Macedonian languages. And today I am creating this video that will be available for members only. As you know, the most recent stuff that I do there are available for members only. So I wanted to share with you this new tendency that I find in interviewing in 2022. I noticed this tendency starting last year somewhat, or starting with COVID, but now it's like the boom of it. And I would say also this epoch of taking advantage of the interpreters because of the COVID, because a lot of people can't go to the hospital, they can't work in person. So the companies that provide remote, VRI, OPI try to take advantage of that. So if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and you're a member, you have seen a video I created maybe a few years ago, but that video was talking about company called Stratus Video. In 2017, I did provide services for Stratus for about maybe 6 months. And in this video, I shared my experience. It seemed that now in 2022, there is a new people working for Stratus, new hiring agents. The company have some revolution. Maybe the ownership of the company changed. I don't know. But my Indeed sent me this job for, I believe it was for Russian. And right now I want to speak more Russian, which I'm talking January of 2022. So I did send my resume to Stratus. And for my surprise, they did send me a response inviting me to an interview with a link. And so this is a real story. This interview happened last week, about 26, 28 of January of 2022. Now it's 2nd of February. I'm recording this video. So if you guys are looking to apply any languages, Stratus hire, and I'm gonna share my experience with this interview. I will call this a group interview sessions, and some hacks that I would like you to know when you go on those types of interviews. Okay, I will start with the invitation email. I received an email with a link inviting me to this interview where, once again, where they didn't tell me it was group interview. I was thinking it's gonna be just me having an interview, a video remote on Zoom with the representative of the company. There was date and time there. So the moment that I clicked log in to this link, there was a slideshow presenting having 4 groups. Four groups for each type of people. The group 1 was general information. Group 2 was video remote Costa Rica Spanish language. Group 2 was video remote Mexico Spanish. And group 4 was video remote USA other languages. So for some reason, they invite people from all these countries in one Zoom meeting. At the same time, where you were able to access through phone, through Zoom, and so on. So what happened is the moment that you get connected to this link, there are hundreds of people. Hello, can you please connect me? Some of these people would state their pre-sessions. Some of them will try to be, hello, my name is Jenny, I'm your Korean interpreter, go ahead, please. So some of the people were so left behind that they didn't understand that that was an interview, and they were trying to give a pre-session. You can imagine there is 200-300 people coming into this Zoom, and all of them speaking together at the same time. The people that were already sometime in this so-called Zoom, they understood that they have to be transferred to another rooms. For some reason, I don't understand why just they didn't create 4 links for every group. Why this whole hectic? So I stayed 20 minutes in this group link Zoom meeting where you were waiting for someone to transfer you to the correct room for the correct language. Terribly organized. First impression, terrible. Then you have to type on the type box, my name is Jenny, blah, 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 transfer me in group 2. And if you see the chat, there were a bunch of people texting there. At the same time, a bunch of people saying their names and asking to be transferred to different rooms. It was bad. Finally, after 20 minutes of this, I was transferred in a room with a lady called Patricia, hiring manager. This is the new hiring manager of Stratus Video. Actually, it's called Stratus now. It used to be called Stratus Video or something else with this bird. The company name changed a little bit. I believe the property changes as well. I'm not sure. So we enter and the Patricia she was already talking. She continued talking. I was thinking that will be a proper presentation. No, it was very hectic and disorganized. So I stayed in this meeting with Patricia about 1.5 hours and I was observing what this company does or what they do. So Patricia say, hello, welcome back. Whoever hasn't been here, this is the interview for Stratus Video. I'm the hiring manager, Patricia. I want you to know that we have a full-time positions. This is gonna be for 401k plan, 40 hours with PTO pay, 1 week, and blah, and blah, and blah. So on one side, this looked like it was very like, very good thing to like a deal, you know, the deal they give you full time, then they give you 401k and so on. But staying longer in this interview, I honestly, I want to clarify something for you. Okay, so 401k usually before company give you those benefits, I don't know if you know why, guys, 401k have a limit. All the employees have 401k. So how 401k work? If you work X hours, let's say 40 hours a year, this is all the 401k plans come with a rule. So the company wants you to work X hours. Let's say it's 40 hours. In this case was, I believe with this company is 400 hours, but I'm not sure. So let's say that is 40 hours. You gotta first work 40 hours. Then there is other rules on the base of which the plan work. If you have worked 40 hours per year and on a base of these other rules, we company are ready to provide you matching 1 by 1. 1 by $1 means that if you put in your savings 401k plan $1, the company will match this amount up to maximum of 3% of your income, which means that if you get to all these requirements and you do this and no more than, there is a limit also, legal limits is no more than 5% of your income you could put into this savings account to which you don't pay taxes. So calculating literally what this means, that if you work certain amount of hours, which with this company for sure wouldn't be possible based on the schedule that they present, they are going to match 1 by $1. You put $1, they're gonna put in your savings account. By law, you cannot put more than 3%. So if you make $30,000 with this company and you put $3,000, up to half of this percentage, the company will match, which means that if you save $3,000 a year, the company will put $1,500 in this 401k plan for you. This is, I'm giving you the pinkest. Okay, so which in this case would mean that this company will eventually, with this incredible effort, one day, one moment, put $1,000 in your 401k plan eventually, because they didn't give you the contract, so you don't know the contract, but you think that is a great benefit. But the matter of the fact is, if you are extremely lucky, let's put $3,000, they're gonna put, if you can save $3,000, they're gonna put $3,000 to match it, which is the maximum, or $3,500 per year, whatever is the 3.5% of your annual income. You cannot put more than that in 401k because you don't pay taxes on it, okay? Then she told you that you have a health benefit. All of the people that I know and that share with me this health insurance that they provide you, they don't provide you dental and they don't provide you vision. yes, the companies do provide this insurance that is called emergency only, which means that if you're a young person interpreter or old person, it doesn't matter. The only type of insurance you're gonna receive is X, called emergency, which means that you will have a health insurance only if you're in a deadly situation going to the emergency room, which literally means it's like you don't have insurance. It's like you have Medicaid, basically, because if you don't have the money to pay it, the government will cover that expense for you because of your low income. So said that, this is another trick that they pull on the people. And then 1 week PTO, pay time of 1 week is 40 hours. Well, sounds very great. Once again, there is a lot of hoax or a lot of tricks behind this 1 week PTO. In order to have 1 week PTO, you have to work more than 40 hours a week for a certain period of time. So basically that looks like a great deal, no? Very, very, very interesting. During this group interview, I saw some very interesting things, what not to do in video remote. Here is one picture of somebody having a bunch of things behind them. That is not very visible. Another very interesting thing, I can send you the screenshot so you can laugh with me. There was this person covered completely with something. It seems like some kind of a kink video call or something like that. I don't want to be bad. I'm very respectful, but you guys have to understand that if you're in a video remote, a video interview, if you don't want to show your face, you can turn off your camera. If you are from these countries that you have to wear a hijab, there is nothing wrong with hijab. And if you don't want to show your face, you should not provide video remote. For example, I don't advise you because this look very odd to Americans. This is also a little bit disrespectful if somebody show you their face and you're hiding and everything. Here is one black piece of cloth. So you can always turn off your camera, guys. Just, I am smiling, but I'm talking seriously. I have a lot of respect. If you're Muslim and if you want to wear hijab, if you want to wear burqa, whatever is the name called for it in your country, and if you believe that this is what represent your values, do not provide video remote. Or if you're going to provide video remote, you have to provide it for strictly severe cultural people that want you to have it. Because if you have the full hijab where your eyes are not visible, this is looking really weird, to be honest with you. I think I understand more the hijab where they cover the face and the eyes. I can understand the hijab that cover the hair and the face, but the full hijab where you cannot see nothing, like on this picture, it's just look a little bit too much, So at this point, you rather blur the video, turn off the video, or something like that. Just have in mind that it doesn't look very modern. I do have respect, again, for Muslim culture. I read Quran myself. Some Russian people are Muslims, and I understand the culture very well. But if you're gonna do it, just have in mind how it look from the outside. And so said that I spent quite some time looking how people behave during this interview, just analyzing, just checking what's going on. This lady Patricia was talking without having a break. She was constantly blurring, talking. She continued to blur so of this information together that to the summarize that I'm giving you right now, it's 1 hour and a half listening. This lady that didn't pause while she was speaking. She was obviously Latino. Maybe she was insecure in English. This is what some people do when they're insecure in English. They speak way too fast, which makes this extremely unpleasant for the other side, extremely stressful. I had a headache, to be honest with you, listening this lady. So I was observing what the other interpreters did, and many of these people, what shall I write on the subject line? What shall I send you? Although the information was presented already there, where to send the resume, it was very odd. Most of these people look like children with no education, children that instead of talking in English and using the word resume, they will use the European word of CV. CV is also a word that is used in Latin culture, but it's not something that is used here in the USA. So if you're in the USA interpreters, you should use the word resume instead. You look more professional, right? So it was very, very odd. For 1 hour and a half, they ask about when they talk about prices and how much they pay, she wouldn't say much. She would say, oh, depend on your education, depend where you're starting, if you have experience, and so on. And so I listen. And after 1 hour and a half, I was like, okay, I'm apologizing for interrupting you guys. I see that other people are shy. You did mention that the price, how much you're gonna be paid depends on your experience, but still you should have some price gap to give us. Can you please answer my question? I'm here 1 hour and a half. Oh, yes, didn't you hear? We said that you're gonna receive the base of your certification, of your education and your experience. And I said, okay, ma'am, I understand, but you still should have a number to give us. So this company was paying about $18 an hour, which is the state minimum here, or for some state is below the state minimum if it's New York or whatsoever. So it was between $18 and $25 hourly, but to get to the $25, you have to have many experience with them. That was what she was saying. So you start with 18 and every year they increase your payment with 0.5 cents. Imagine how many years you have to provide services for this company to get to $25 an hour, which sounds like incredible lifetime history, not even like a baby delivery. That's how fatigue is to get to $25. And I honestly asked her, excuse me, ma'am, why you guys offer this payment that is so low? What's the reason? Talking about medical interpreting. And the lady answered me that the clinics in California pay that much for the interpreters. Unfortunately, this is not true. Because I do provide services for California, and to be honest with you, with my language combinations, never below 32. Having in mind that this $32, $35 also give gap to the other side to do some money, right? So when I heard that, I just hate when they lie to you, and I mentioned, okay, I'm apologizing, ma'am. I do work for clinics in California and nobody ever give me such a number. I just said that for the other people that were on this call, if somebody was able to grasp it for Russian language, because that's what I'm looking to speak right now. So I want to give you a few things to know about group interviews. This is the part 2 of this video. I will call it hacks. Okay, the number one thing that people feel and think subconsciously when they are invited to interview, thinking that is one by one, and suddenly they realize that this is a group interview and they see a bunch of people joining in constantly to this interview, you are thinking, oh my goodness, how much competition I have, how many other people are interested in providing services for this company, and you feel pressured, obviously, to fit in a way. So I will tell you, yes, in this 1 hour and a half, there were maybe hundreds of people in this call, in this Zoom interview. But to be honest with you, a lot of them were not prepared. This was obvious by the way they look, by the way they talk, the type of questions that they are not only. There was this lady that said that she have a CCHI and she been sending the resumes to this company, but nobody answered to her. And when she speak English, her accent was so strong. If you guys criticize me that my accent is bad, you should hear some people from Africa. Not all of them, but some people have this very, very challenging accents. And these people, some of them are very educated. They are doctors or nurses or something like that. So you as an interpreter have to strive to speak properly. with less accent, or if you have a heavier accent, speak slowly, because when you speak slowly, other people can understand you. The number two thing that these group interviews give you that impression is that you wouldn't be hired because there is so much competition, so much people there. Well, usually the group interviews are psychological pressure to you to kind of feel insecure and sell yourself for less. Unfortunately, I noticed that all the groups interviews that I've been to offer less money. Between 18 and 25, this is very low for someone that have 18 or 15 years of experience, or even 5 years of experience. This is very, very low. The other thing, these hacks of 401k, health insurance, and PTO. This is also another hack. This is there is this video that I talk about how company treats you as an employee, but you're not. Well, in these cases, if you open one of these contracts and you read it very carefully, these things that I was talking to you about, how to reach to get the 401k or the PTO, all the conditions behind, actually would make you understand that you do not have those benefits from the moment that you start the contract, but there will be so much rules on it that will make you not have such benefits that these companies present. And then the shifts. This company work with shifts, which make me understand that you have to sit in front of a camera in a desk like this for the time of the shift, 8 hours. And if you really want to go get a cup of water or go to the toilet, you can't. Or you have to log off and take a break, and you have a certain periods of break, and you have to wait the break in order to go to the restroom or something like that. So this is not like so beautiful, you know, in my opinion, having in mind how much they pay you. So that's about this group interview that I had with Stratus Video. They do hire all the languages. This is how much they pay approximately. Maybe if you are in need and you want to start, this is where you can start. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for using our services. I'm kidding. If you find this video useful, please do press like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for using our services. Thank you for being here. I have to make a break. Bye-bye.